Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Seminoles are really hitting their stride. Look, I know they have a winning streak going, but more importantly, they're starting to play at a very high level. The expectations are going to rise. They'll try to make sure their performance does the same. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
They just call it the Dope down here in Tallahassee. We're at Doak Campbell Stadium, home of the Seminoles for more than half a century. And now let's head down to the coin toss. And it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Ready to get this one underway as the teams have lined up for the opening kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And they can... Returning this one. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. He's to the 40. He's at midfield. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown! Clemson up 6. And he hits the PAT. He sends this one deep. He's tackled at the 27. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. And he's hit before he could go anywhere.
That was a great route by the receiver. It started out looking like a streak, but in reality, it was going to be a corner route the whole time. Nice job of beating the zone coverage and getting the first down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 48. Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete. And that one probably should have been picked off.
Yeah, are you kidding me? There's a blanket around that receiver. Somebody else had to be open.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Set. 10-19.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Alright, that's gonna be on, so. Where's my mic at? Check. There it is. Check, check, check.
Runs it, and oh, what a hit. And they just stopped that one.
Hey, this is a great play here by the defense to bring him down before he could get to the sticks.
Should've got it first.
Doesn't want to let the punt returner have a chance here. He just wants to change field position. It's a high kick, and it holds up there. Clemson's offense deserves all the credit in the world. You come into a crowd like this, and they didn't keep them from doing the job at hand. They got points on that opening march.
Just really impressive. Considering this is, I think, one of the toughest environments in all of college football, that's a job well done. Now they've got to continue to try to build off of that opening drive.
And they push him out around the 38-yard line. Well, a man down, and the trainers on their way out to have a look.
Kidding me. It's atrocious.
First and 10. Ball on the 38. Clemson up 7 points. He's got an opening. They'll bring him down at midfield. So he keeps it, and he gets a big first down.
The quarterback made a very good decision here not to pitch. He saw a break in the defense and just hit it for a big gain.
Under pressure. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. That's a great tackle at the 45-yard line. Second and 5. Ball on the 45-yard line. He gets rid of this one. Really a tough spot for an offense to be in against this crowd in this stadium. Quick throw. He's taken down around the 28-yard line.
I really like going to the tight end here on third down. It's not even about the defense not expecting it, because I think they did. It's about mismatches. He's probably bigger and stronger than the guy who's trying to cover him.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 28. Got his man. Can't tack on any yardage. The Tigers lost a player to an earlier injury, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to come back today. Clemson is up a score. Gets it, but steps out and will lose yards. And this is the 8th play of the drive. These fans are showing you why teams hate to come here, folks. Great concentration to haul it in. He's tackled at the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this defensive coordinator is not afraid to send the house. He brought every linebacker, and the quarterback was still able to convert the first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. He's going to try and scramble. And they get the sack.
I think that one's on the offensive line. They've got to do a better job of holding their blocks, or else this quarterback's going to be pulling turf out of his face mask all game.
This is the 10th play of this drive. Looks to the end zone and it's caught. Touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. A nice 10-play, 76-yard drive. And they put up 7 points. So our score, 14-0. Heinemer has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. The offense takes the field again. They were forced to punt their last time out.
They've been beaten soundly on both sides of the ball, and we haven't even gotten to the second quarter.
Catches it, and he's looking for more. And down he goes, the 30-yard line. It's second down now. They're just a few feet away from that first down marker. Runs it left for a decent gain. Decent gain there on the play by the running back, and that's enough for the first.
Good running and a strong push to get into the second level of that defense.
Tries to buy some time.
This quarterback is tough as nails, Brad. He's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel, almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
I don't like it.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Fix it.
They bring the quarterback down.
That's a loss of 9 on the way. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
In the shotgun and 5 wide out.
Oklahoma!
He rolls out to the right. Hit as he threw, and he completes it. And he hits him hard at the 49-yard line.
Good job here by the receiver to look the ball in and ensure he had possession. That's the right way to catch a pass.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 49. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. And he's tackled right away.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Set. Hand box it. Alert. Lion.
Quick throw. Tipped away.
That is a great play here by the corner to be able to knock that football away. In many cases, you'll see a corner actually try to knock the football away, and he'll interfere with the wide receiver. This time, he keeps his body and arms away from the receiver and still knocks it away. That's a big-time play.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Passes in, and it's picked off by the safety.
That's the last thing they needed to happen was an interception. They're trying to fight to get back into this game, and to have that miscue, now it's really up to their defense to try to help them out.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 49. He gets out to about the 48-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Man, left. Pull down. Mike.
He's on the run. Diving for extra yardage. There are 3 quarters remaining. The Tigers lead it by 2 touchdowns. Back to the action now here in the 2nd quarter. And he is drilled at the 27-yard line.
Simmons with the tackle at the 27-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
36.
He has some room. Gets out to around the 12.
Gain of 15 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Again, he'll get the call. Nice run up the middle.
Gain of 4 on the play. That brings him 2nd
I
and
hate
5.
this game. Get on this F shit. Like, dude.
2nd down and 5. Ball on the 8-yard line. He's got an opening. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Howard a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Touchdown, Clemson. He splits the uprights with the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. Tackle tackle at the 22-yard line. It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. Throws it in a hurry. And make the stop at about the 35.
Hero.
Quick throw onto the receiver, incomplete.
Gotta go for it.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 35. Throws incomplete, broken up.
Alert read on that play. He didn't have too much time to react to that pass.
Golly, I hate it.
Come on, baby. Hey, what you got? Hold it back.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Harris was the intended target. They're going to be forced to punt it away here.
Great hold by the defense. They were expecting the pass play, and they defended it very well.
And it's the offense that takes the field on 4th down.
Check, right down.
Makes the grab and steps out right away. What an unbelievable 4th down conversion.
That was a big-time play. Heck of a job there to keep this drive going.
Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback. Knocked out of bounds, around the 36-yard line. Slings it, and he's tackled at the 26.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few feet away from that 1st down marker.
Mike's 50.
Gets it, he's in space.
I credit the quarterback on that pass. He made a great read and delivered a very nice pass for the 1st down.
Crosses out to the tailback on the screen. Tackle at the 3-yard line.
Well, the defensive line has to do a better job there of feeling that screen out. And a lot of times the offensive line will dictate whether or not it's going to be a screen pass or not. When they feel and sense the offensive lineman releasing out to get out in front of the screen and to be able to try to make a play downfield, again, the defensive line is the key for any defense in being able to slow down a screen pass.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
They're at the 2. 2nd down. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Touchdown, Seminoles. And he hits the PAT. It was an 11-play, 78-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
This quarterback has really demonstrated a tremendous amount of ability and leadership today. I'd be very surprised if he didn't continue to play well.
The score now, 21-7. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Seminoles are looking for some new players to step up this season, Herbie. And, you know, every team needs a new star to be born year in and year out because you lose a fifth of your roster to graduation every year. You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead. And on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. He gets rid of this one. Second and 10. Ball on the 25.
How does he get that pass? Sit on it.
And he's level at the 25-yard line. Inside the 30 to the 10. Touchdown. Big play. And he adds the extra point. Latimer gets set to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 30.
Brad, this is my kind of game. I love seeing this kind of production and the way these quarterbacks are playing. Both teams are challenging both of these defenses.
Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. Wide out makes the first down catch. Tackle made at the 44. Got a man, watch out here. And he's taken down at the 49. That's a 7-yard gain.
Good recovery here by the corner to react that quickly on the throw and prevent this from becoming even a bigger game.
There's a strike complete. Brought down at about the 49. That play was going nowhere.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing pass swarming to the receiver.
It's third down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. He's taken down at the 38-yard line. Throws, and it's knocked away.
That makes it second and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 38. He might have a chance. Decides to slide. Here they come. Runs with it, and he's got room. He gets hit out of bounds around the 11-yard line. Caught it, but they're going to lose yards. He was tackled immediately.
That'll bring up second and 12.
This is the 9th play of this drive.
Right lion, right check, check. Right lion, check, check. Right lion, right lion.
Scrambling around. And he shoved out of bounds at the 18. Well, he ran out of real estate that time, and they'll lose yardage.
When you're going to run the ball to the outside like that, you've got to make blocks to allow the runner to either cut back or turn it upfield. They didn't get it done there.
Third and long here, and they hope to convert another one and keep this drive going. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. They'll bring him down around the 3-yard line.
It was a well-designed and executed pattern, but on 3rd down and forever, it just wasn't enough.
Defense stacked in tight here. Touchdown, FSU! And he tacks on the extra point. An 11-play, 71-yard drive. And they get it in for 7.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
So our score, 28-14. Cook is lined up to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. And they can forget about returning this one. The offense was able to punch it in the end zone on that last drive. They'll come back out looking for more of the same.
I think the defense right now is just sitting back on their heels. They're allowing the offense to kind of dictate things to them. And the one thing is that any defensive coordinator will tell you in the country, you have to be the one trying to dictate things to the offense. So change it up. Try something different. If it's not working, you can't continue to sit back on your heels.
From their own 25-yard line, it's 2nd down. Makes it to the 37. He's got himself a 100-yard rushing performance.
The game plan they devised has been working fantastically, and nowhere has that been more evident than in the rushing numbers.
Check 3, check 3.
Now he's scrambling, and they get the sack.
A defensive end with this kind of speed is an offense's worst nightmare. He's got the ability to collapse the pocket on any given pass play. And as a play caller, you constantly have to be aware of it. Whether you're going to roll away from him or you're going to chip with a tight end or a running back, you're constantly concerned and aware of a big, strong defensive end.
Quick out to his receiver, and he tackles him hard at the 41. The Seminoles will use their first time out of the half. We've got a 3rd and 6 here. Ball on the 41. That's a great tackle at the 45-yard line. Florida State will take a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Carr is the punter. I'm sure that touchdown in their last possession's given them some confidence, but let's see if that carries them back down the field. The quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation. Incomplete, and that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
From their own 24-yard line, 2nd down. They come out in a 5-wide set. Here comes pressure. Throwing right. Swatted away.
This is a well-prepared defense. They know where to be, and they know what their opponent likes to do. They play tight coverage as well.
Hey, check. Hey, check 3. X go. Hey, check. Set. Blue corner.
He's tackled at about the 41.
This passing game can be very effective if you don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. They use their personnel well and can be very tough to defend.
The defense has got some of their best pass defenders on the field. They set up in the dime to counter that 5 wide receiver set. Gets it out quickly. To the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. He goes over 100 yards in receptions.
You know, if you were to ask this defense, who wants to cover this guy, I bet you nobody.
Second quarter, so this kid could really end up with a big game. And he converts the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends this one deep. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays. Clemson up 7 points. He's on the run. He's to the 40, the 50. And down he goes at about the 43-yard line. The Tigers using their third and last timeout. First and 10 following that big run. And we'll probably see how far he can throw it, as it should be the last play before the half. He goes downtown. What a play, and that'll set up a first and goal. I'm sure both defensive coordinators will be going back to the drawing board in the locker room at halftime. 28-21, Clemson.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis, David Pollack here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. This first half's not going to go on either defensive coordinator's resume reel for sure. They're not sending this out and saying, hire me, because they couldn't stop anything. We always talk about adjustments at halftime. What kind of adjustment can you really make? Is this more X and O, or is this more effort, attitude, and getting a little nasty?
Well, the first adjustment you make, Reese, is tearing the game plan up, because that didn't work. I mean, we're gonna have to find some new defenses. You always come into the week and come into that game, and you think you have a plan to stop a designed offense.
And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. He really got a hold of that kick. There's a fumble. It's recovered.
Any turnover is big. But when you keep the other team's offense from even stepping on the field, you're making a statement about how badly you want to win this game.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. Clemson is up by a touchdown. Throws it. Zips it to his receiver. Touchdown. He makes the PAT. They line up to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Tackle made at the 20. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Quick pass. Tackle at the 27-yard line. About a 7-yard pickup that time on the pass.
That's a good completion. They didn't get the first down, but they picked up about 7 yards.
He makes his way to about the 38. From their own 38-yard line. First down. He rolls out to the right. He airs it out. Can't connect.
Intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Watch two. Set.
And he's tackled right away. Throws a strike over the middle.
Good job here by the receiver to look the ball in and ensure he had possession. That's the right way to catch a pass.
He's got it out to his tight end. And they make the stop around the 41-yard line. From the 41-yard line, it's first down. And he's tackled at the 33.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Check.
Tackle made at the 28-yard line. Tackled after a decent pickup.
That brings him 2nd and 5.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Got it. Complete. He's out of bounds. Now he tries to buy some time. Singletary picks up a yard on the scramble. This is the 11th play of this drive. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. And he makes it out to about the 11-yard line. A 1-yard gain by the halfback.
Luckily, got it there.
From the 11-yard line, it's third down.
Alert! Bruin! Down!
Gets it out to his receiver, and he can't hang on.
Here's the case of a quarterback so eager to make the play that he failed to see the danger of that attempt and nearly gave the ball away.
They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. He's scrambling. He's got the corner. Has some daylight. He's pushed out of bounds around the 1-yard line. And here's the 14th play of the drive. They're trying to stop the run here with a goal line defense. Touchdown, Seminoles. And he hits the PAT. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
The Eagles arrived today ranked 10th in the land. And for Boston College, they're looking to win 2 in a row.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And they can forget about returning this one. The Tigers fans have got to be going crazy. It looked like they had this one in hand or could put it out of reach, and they haven't been able to do it.
This is a tough game for the fans to watch because their team was so dominant early in the game, and now they've just gone cold, and they've allowed the opponent to get right back into this game. They better find something here to be able to try to get out of here with a win.
They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time.
Well, I think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure. Try to come up with an exotic blitz look to try to get him on his heels as opposed to being the aggressor and attacking the defense.
Brought down at about the 29-yard line. Third down and 6 yards to go. Ball on their own 29. Clemson is up 7. Fires it out. And he's taken down at the 43-yard line.
That's 14 yards on the play. That makes it first and 10.
He can run. He's taken down around the 35-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 35. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Nice run, and he's brought down.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it second and 4.
They'll bring him down at the 31-yard line. Third down now, and they need to get it to the 25. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Gains his way to the 23-yard line. Here's the 8th play of the series.
Check three.
They come out in an empty backfield. Flares it and almost had it intercepted.
That makes it second and 10.
From the 23-yard line, second down. Clemson is up a score. Taken down as he works the left for a nice gain.
Gaining 5 yards. That'll make it 35.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. And he hits him hard at the 27. It's 4th down. So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board. The kick is up. It's got the distance. And he just drilled it from long range. The Tigers' quarterback taken off earlier on the sideline right now. Doesn't look like he's in that much pain, and I would bet that we'll see him back in the game before the day is over. Fumble, loose ball. Picks up the loose ball. Touchdown. Big play. And he tacks on the extra point. Latimer looks ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. He's knocked out of bounds around the 22-yard line. This offense has got to try to pull it all together now after the fumble cost them 6 points just moments ago.
I know as a quarterback, it's always hard to watch the defense score a touchdown on you. But it was always a reminder to take extra care of the football.
He's tackled around the 33-yard line. It's first down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air. 5 wide. He gets hit out of bounds at the 24. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. He's going to try and scramble. He gets rid of this one. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
Man,
It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. The Seminoles had one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to return. Quick throw. He's in for the score, and they're back in it. And he adds the extra point. A 4-play, 78-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
Boy, that is scoring in a hurry. This offense is looking more and more explosive.
We've played 3, and this is not what the experts predicted. Clemson's got a 10-point lead. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends this one deep. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Back in this very pivotal fourth quarter. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Throws it to the halfback on the screen. He's into the open field. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And down he goes at the 3.
Smith on the tackle at the 3-yard line. That makes it first and goal.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. They're packed in tight on the line. Davis takes the toss left. He splits the uprights with the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. He's taken down at the 20-yard line. And for Singletary, he's looking sharp in this outing.
Well, I think the great thing that he's been able to do is spread the football around. It's not just been one receiver, and when you can find more receivers, it makes it much easier to move the ball down the field. And he's shown earlier on that touchdown that this guy can also hurt you with his feet. So he's a guy you have to be aware of, not just with his ability to throw the ball, but also be aware of his athletic ability.
They come out in a 5-wide set. He scrambled, going deep, and he's got a man. This one is batted away. And the safety comes up with a nice play.
These safeties are not only physical, but here is showing the athletic ability to get a hand on the ball. That is great coverage.
From their own 31-yard line, second down. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete. Throws complete, he's hit right away.
That makes it 4th and 4.
It's 4th down, and the offense is getting set to go for it. Fires out to his receiver. To the 20, the 10, and a huge touchdown play. Well, they're going to try for the 2-point conversion. Everybody bunched up tight defensively. He's got the 2. Cook has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. He just drills this one. And they can forget about returning this one.
Brad, this is my kind of game. I love seeing this kind of production and the way these quarterbacks are playing. Both teams are challenging both of these defenses.
They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown.
It was a really nice drive, too, Brad. The quarterback got into a nice rhythm and did a good job of picking apart the defense.
Here's the give. And they make the stop right around the 42-yard line. From their own 42-yard line, first down. He's got to throw it in a hurry.
This quarterback is tough as nails, Brad. He's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel, almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
Tackle at about the 45. Third down, and they need to get it inside the 48. You expect this every time you're here, and you're never disappointed. This crowd is amazing. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. Tackle made around the 25-yard line.
First down.
Man left, man left. Check three, check three, check three.
Now he tries to buy some time. They bring the quarterback down. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. And he's tackled right around the 28-yard line.
Never really had a shot. They were on him almost as soon as he took the handoff.
The crowd really making it difficult. Complete, and he's level at the 19. Fourth down. They'll line it up for the field goal. It's up, and he got it. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. He's tackled at the 17. What a day this receiver's putting together, Kirk.
Well, I don't think there's any question. He's getting the best right now of this group of defensive backs. You know, he's a tough matchup physically, one-on-one. He's got good hands, and he battles for every single puts up in the air. So far, these two, so I think the defense is going to do something to slow.
And he is drilled at the 36-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 36. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. He goes downtown. Can't connect.
Pretty good effort here by the quarterback in trying to squeeze that ball into a tight spot. Yeah, I know it was incomplete, but he didn't have too many other options.
Here's an opening. Caught. Brought down at the 31. Less than 3 minutes in the game. And he's taken down at the 22-yard line. Gets out to about the 21. Throws complete. He's got space to work. Knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It's first and 10. 10 yards to the end zone. Trying to set up a little screen. Gets it to his tailback. Touchdown, FSU! And they're looking to get 2 2 points here. The short yardage defense here. He's in for the conversion. They line up to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Man, hang on to your hats, folks, because both these offenses are in gear right now.
Well, the way these guys are executing right now, it could come down to just which defense can come up with one stop.
Shit. Tackles.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He's on a run. It's on the ground. And they fall on the loose ball.
Boy, you've got a chance here to build on your lead or at the very least chew up some clock. The last thing you can afford to do is turn the football over. Boy, they were very fortunate.
From their own 29-yard line. It's second down. Scrambling around. And he breaks a tackle, and now he's got room to run. He's pushed out of bounds at the 40. First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. He's at midfield. He's taken down at the 38.
That makes it first and 10.
Two times. Switch.
On the run. They'll bring him down at the 38-yard line. The Seminoles will use their first time out of the half.
Man, did he play that perfectly or what? As a linebacker, you have to be able to read the offense and make a quick diagnosis, which is exactly what he did on that play.
From the 38-yard line. Second down. Thomas gets a carry right side, and he makes it out to about the 37-yard line. Florida State's going to have to use their second time out of the half. They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet. Well, you can see the elation on the defensive coordinator side of things, and why not? His defense just came up with one of the biggest stops of the game in a vital spot in this fourth quarter. They're going to try a long field goal here. Clemson is up by 4. The kick is up. It's got the distance. And he nails the long field goal. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. And down he goes at the 18. The Seminoles are flying through this ball game. They have scored 23 unanswered points. Even in a game this close, I think it's going to take something very unexpected to change the outcome. But that doesn't mean it won't happen. Going deep, lays it out there. Can't pull it in.
Jones is intended to receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
From their own 18-yard line. It's second down. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. He's hit and taken down. Defensive coordinator anticipating this 5-wide set, and he comes in with his dime package. He chucks it downfield to the 20, and it's caught. He gets hit out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Throws quickly into the end zone, caught for the touchdown. I don't know if this is gutsy or crazy, but it makes for exciting football. The offense is on the field. They're trying to take the lead. They're crowding the line. Hands it to the back, and he's in for 2. A 4-play, 82-yard drive, and they get 8 points after that 2-point conversion.
You know, you always prepare your offense to think that we're going to have some success. These guys got to be coming over the sidelines after touchdown saying, wow, I didn't expect it to be this easy.
And they can forget about returning this one. Here we are late in the 4th quarter, and this is what this game has come down to. Every possession is going to count, and this could be the one right here. He's scrambling, and down he goes at the 27.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
And the defense gives up 3 yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
From their own 42-yard line, it's first down. And it all comes down to this. One last chance to throw one up and see if somebody can bring it down and win the game. Airing it out long. The defender had it and then dropped it. Really great game to watch. Both teams should be proud of their efforts in this one. Florida State 59, Clemson 58. As we take a look at the highlights, Kirk, how would you summarize the action in this one?
Well, they can breathe a big sigh of relief now. Things weren't always looking so sure today. They could have been looking at a pretty big letdown. Florida State might have been looking past this game, and it nearly caught up to them. They should consider themselves very fortunate to get the W.
That's going to do it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying goodbye.